What's going on, everybody? FYB presents Wise Word Wednesdays, a quick stream to help you get closer to accomplishing your dreams. I'm your host, Joe Spider, and I do represent the fresh. Yes, 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 yes. I want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for taking the time out to watch this Wise Word Wednesday video. I'm hoping that you gain a lot. If you feel so compelled to, please leave a like, drop or leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Listen, this subscribe button may not mean much to you, but it means the world to me. Hitting the like button may not mean much to you, but it definitely does a lot to our other people who are interested in the content that we provide, even if it doesn't necessarily go towards you. We know that it can do a lot for other people. So I'm hoping that you hit the subscribe button so that way other people, or hit the like button so that way other people can get access to get to our content as well too. No matter how you listen, whether you're watching on Facebook Live, on Instagram, on YouTube Live, on Twitter Live, we know that we appreciate you regardless. So I have another exciting episode for you today. I don't have a guest. Unfortunately, my guest couldn't be here this evening, but it's okay because I definitely have some other content that I can talk about, plenty of other content that I could talk about. And so I want to encourage you all to just to take a peek into another weekly Wise Word Wednesday that I have. So I'm going to, give me 1 second here. I'm going to share a video for you all because my Wise Word Wednesday, so you can see, and then I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. Give me 1 second here. Boom, there we go. Oh, wait, whoops. FYB presents Wise Word Wednesdays, a quick speech to help you get through the week. Listen, today's wise word is this: the race does not stop being a race because you don't want to race today. Look, in life, you are going to go through challenges. There are going to be times where you're tired, where you're frustrated, maybe you're mentally exhausted, maybe you just don't feel like it. And that's okay. That's understandable. We're human beings. We have our own bodies that tell us things. But what I'm here to tell you is that regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what happened in your life, bills are still going to be due. Work still needs to be done. You still need to get paid. So life continues. The world is not going to stop just because you don't feel like it. Everything else is still going to keep moving forward regardless of how you feel. And I'm here to tell you that every day, every moment, every minute, every second that you're not doing something, somebody else is, and they're getting ahead. They're getting ahead of you. So I need you to understand that somebody's going to win this race. So why not let it be you, by you putting your best foot forward and doing the best that you can, regardless of your circumstances. So FYB presents Wise Word Wednesdays. A race does not stop being a race because you don't want to race today. Be fresh, and I love you. So that was the Wise Word Wednesday that I decided to have for today. And I just wanted to take the time to elaborate on that a little bit more for people to be able to, kind of take with them or whatever, just in case they need some more in-depth perspective. Because, the whole point of this Wise Word Wednesday show is to be able to provide more insight, go more in depth, the deeper dive, not only into other people's backgrounds, their careers, their journeys, but also into the Wise Word Wednesdays, the weekly short version Wise Word Wednesdays that we've been doing since 2017. And so, listen, we are human, okay, and it's, as human beings, it's understandable and okay for us to have an emotional response to the way life is. Like, life can get hard, life can be challenging, life can be a lot, it can be difficult, it can just be just doing the most, life be lifing, right? But I think the reason I had this particular message is because there are times where you're going to go through these things and it's understandable, but you have to remember, first off, let me give credit, right, I was actually doing a presentation at my job, I was working with a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, who, my man Courtney, he had this quote up, and we had some people, some young people, give a response to what their interpretation of this phrase was, and and again, we all have kind of like similar perspectives. It's just when you go through those challenging times, it's understandable that you feel the way that you do, but we have to talk a little bit more about pushing through, because oftentimes when people face those challenges, we choose not to. We choose to give up. We choose to take the easy way. We choose to just say, nah, I'm cool. I ain't trying to do that. I don't want to do that. That's too much work, blah, 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 which again are understandable. But the race is still going. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody that's ever done track and field. I ran track when I was in college, and if I stopped like the 4x4 was for me, like that was the most torturous thing. Like, the 4x4 was a runner's race. Like that was those things where like you did that, you were the champ. You were the legend to me. I don't care. Just finishing the 4x4, because that was tough, right? I was more of a sprinter, so 100 meter, 200 meter, 4x1. I even did long jump a couple of times, but when it comes to that 4x4, even though I did it all the time, I was tough for even trying. But in the 4x4, right, 100, you like, oh, I'm good, I'm cool. The second 100 meters, you like, I feel it. The third 100 meters, you like, ooh, what is that? What what is that? By the time you get to like 350, you like, hey, I feel like this finish line is running away from me. Like I feel like it's running away, right? But no matter how you feel at that moment, the goal is to finish the race, because you have people that are your teammates that are putting in work as well too. You have people that are your teammates. Like let's say if you were the anchor, and the anchor is basically the last person to take the baton to finish off the race. If you were the anchor, imagine you having three people who ran as hard and as fast as they could throughout for the entire lap, right? 400 meters. They ran as fast as they could, which is a quarter mile, as fast as they could. They ran that distance. All three of them did, just for you to give up at the 300-meter mark, because you're like, yo, this is tough, right? Like they're like, yo, I know it's tough. I just did it, right? So even though you're feeling tired, even though your legs are giving up, and you feel like, yeah, nah, this ain't it, right? Like it's, even though that's the case, you still have to finish the race, because if you don't, there's somebody out there that's working. There's somebody out there that's feeling it. There's somebody out there that's struggling. There's somebody out there that's going through it. In fact, there might be somebody out there that's going through the same thing that you are. So then the question just becomes not, is it possible to finish the race? Because we know it's possible. The question is just, are you going to do it? Are you going to finish the race regardless of how you feel? And I think we have been taught as a society, I'm not going to say, let's say this. We have been socialized as a society of people to just go based on feelings. How do you feel? You feel like it was tough? Okay. Well, you feel like giving up? Cool. We'll give up. How do you feel? Well, if you feel bad, then don't. If you feel this, then don't do that. Right. And I'm not saying that feelings are not important, because they are, right? They are a part of who we are. They are a part of our genetic makeup, right? How you feel. But I think that the goal should be, regardless of how one feels, to do what they have to do, because of the understanding that the finish line is more important than what you feel right now. I remember when Kobe Bryant, RIP Kobe, rest in peace, Bean. I remember when Kobe Bryant had messed up his finger, I think, or something like that on his shooting hand. But he was such a competitor that he finished the game left-handed. He played a game left-handed because he understood that at some point in life, I'll never be able to play basketball again. I'll never get a chance to do this again. So I'm going to spend as much time as I can on this court. And he said, I have a goal to win. And because I want to win, it doesn't matter how I feel, right? Doesn't matter the pain that I have right now. I'm going to play because I want to win. I'll take it back to Klay Thompson in the 2019 NBA Finals when he was going for a dunk and got, undercut and then end up hurting his leg. He was walking to the locker room. He was like, I'll be right back. Give me a couple minutes. He was walking to the locker room, but the referee said, if you don't shoot this free throw, you cannot come back into the game later on. So he limped his way all the way back out to shoot the free throws so that he could come back later on in the game. Later, they find out that he tore his, I think it's ACL and MCL, I think, at that particular time. So he was obviously done. But the point is that he had a mentality of, I don't care how I feel. Yes, it hurts. I feel bad, but I'm playing, and I'm playing to win. I'm playing to win. And so I just want to encourage you that it's okay to have those feelings. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to have pain. It's okay to have emotions. It's okay to be drained. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be anxious. All of these things are 100% okay. But no matter what, the world is going to keep spinning. I remember when I was going through things in college. I remember how I felt so isolated. I remember how I felt that my world was coming to an end. And the world kept going. The world kept going. It didn't stop. There were people who I just knew that if they didn't see me the way that they had, as often, should I say, that they saw me before, I knew that if they didn't see me then, they would definitely pop up and hey, where you been? Hey, man, I miss you. Hey, what's going on? Like, I thought there was going to be an army of folks at the door. Because they had lives, because they had things that they were going through, because they had things that they were experiencing. They had priorities that they had to make sure that were in order before they got down to the line to me, right? And all that's understandable. So I just want to encourage you all that it's okay to feel how you feel, but understand that the goal is to win the race. Somebody's going to win. And there's this saying that E.T. the hip hop preacher says, he says, if not you, then who? If not now, then when? There is always going to be a reason not to. Your job, your responsibility, your duty, the challenge that you have is to find the reason to do it anyway. Because sometimes you're doing it is going to put you in position to be able to make a difference in people's lives. But you don't get that opportunity if you don't do it. I appreciate each and every person that takes the opportunity to listen to the Wise Word Wednesday show. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to speak to you all. I appreciate you all for commenting, for sharing, for liking, for subscribing, just for being aware. And I know that you know, the society that we live in now, they don't value what I'm doing. They won't value it at first. I know this. I know that the work that I'm doing, I won't see the fruits of the labor until years later. But it's not stopping me because somebody has to win. And if I had to choose between you or me as far as who the winner's going to be, I'm going to pick me 10 times out of 9. And so the reason I'm putting this work in is because, one, I know that lives are being changed. And this is the most important. I know that lives will be changed by the words that I speak and the actions that I do. The work that I put in over time, lives are going to be changed. I know that. But I also do it because this is my passion. This is what I believe in. And this is my calling. And I don't know if you believe in God. I don't know if you believe in a higher power. I don't know if you, whatever, beliefs you have, but I'm just telling you, this is what I was called to do. I'm going to keep doing it. And just like the farmer, when they plant those seeds and they continuously go out there and water those seeds over and over again, and they nurture them and they don't see any type of sprout from the ground, they don't see any type of thing, I'm still going to continue to pour some water on that seed. I'm still going to continue to nurture that. Why? Because I may not see it now, but I'm planting seeds that are going to literally grow trees of fruit that will feed many. But it starts with me planting the seed. It starts with the farmer. And so that's why I put in this work. I'm hoping that you enjoy it. And if you don't, that's all right. Just sit back and watch, because it's going to be a nice ride. It's going to be a nice ride. FYB presents Wise Work Wednesdays. Listen, I appreciate y'all for tuning in again. As I said earlier, I will have some more guests that's going to come through. Obviously, we're in December. We're close to the new year. We're about 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away from the new year. So I've got some content that I plan on coming out in 2024. That's going to be great. And I'm excited for it. And I do believe that we're going to take these Wise Work Wednesdays on the road. We're going to be able to meet some folks where they work at, and get some more insight. And then I'm also going to bring some, I don't know, maybe I'll do some controversial stuff. We'll see, to get people's attention. I really don't like doing that, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I do like talking about certain things. I just don't like to do it publicly all the time because the way society looks at it. But I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I hope y'all have a great rest of your week, and leave a comment. Let me know what I could do better. Let me know what you're interested in. Let me know if you like this. FYB presents Wise Word Wednesdays. I'm going to leave you with a refresh, and I love you.